This is shock. These results are shocking, to be honest. These results are shocking to me. Welcome back to Drinking with Craig and Roger. I'm Craig.
I'm Roger.
By viewer request, we are going to do a battle of the IPAs.
Do you know that there are almost 10,000 breweries in the United States?
Dadgum. That's a lot.
And if there's one IPA that they make, they probably make 3 or 4.
Yeah.
You're talking about tens of thousands of IPAs, which we couldn't drink in, our lifetime.
No, never.
But we decided to try IPAs that are available widely.
Yeah, very widely, at least within the U.S.
Yes. And so what we have, we could find easily.
Now, I will say they run the gamut from session up to double IPAs, but also we didn't want to have 60 to 100 bottles of IPA that we had to buy for a tasting. So we kind of had to pick through what was available as
and
singles.
So what we have is a wide variety of stuff, and we hope that we can appreciate their particular version of the style. Anyway, so what we have is Founders All Day IPA.
That has its work cut out for it here, being a session IPA.
I know. and then we have Dogfish Head.
Absolute classic.
90 minutes.
That is
IPA.
a classic.
Bell's Two-Hearted IPA. All of these are available nationally.
Big time classic.
Lagunitas IPA.
Classic.
Sierra Nevada Atomic Torpedo
Now
IPA.
that I have never had Atomic Torpedo. See, Sierra Nevada Torpedo is strong enough as it is, so this one must really be a bruiser.
New Belgium Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. Then we have Wild Range IPA, which is available in Aldi's. So it should be available around the United States.
Yeah, I had not heard of that one. Very interesting and very cheap.
Well, yeah, it's like $7.99 for a 6-pack.
Then we got Heavy Seas Loose Cannon, which is another pretty much a classic, I'd say.
So we could say that all of these are available nationally.
I believe so. Highlight out of Florida, their IPA, which is available in 40 states. So good chance you'll be able to find this one if you'd like. Your local brewery, Terrapin, which has quite a big distribution.
Over the eastern United States.
So you may be able to find yourself some Terrapin, and Hopsecutioner is probably your favorite.
Oh yeah.
The least distributed is Creature Comforts Tropicalia IPA, also out of Athens. They're distributed within several states in the Southeast, and they have a new location in Los Angeles. So they're getting around, and it's ubiquitous where we are. So I figured, let's just throw it in this tasting.
Well, if Thor could drink it, what the heck?
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, I am very interested to get into these puppies, and we decided we're going to taste them blind, and we'll rate them. We'll each rate them on a scale out of 100 to give us some nuance. So hopefully we don't have many, if any, ties. And all we can do here, I think, is just say which ones we like the best. They're all going to be quality beers, I think. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, Ellen, prepare the pours, and we will blind taste. And we're back.
And before we start tasting these wonderful brews, if you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe so that you won't miss any of our new things. If you have ideas that you want us to explore, let us know.
So without further ado, let's get into them.
Number one.
Mild nose on this one. Pretty. Nothing standing
very
out.
Round and malty, but not very hoppy.
The hops really only come out in the finish. I would say the hop profile is definitely not fruity. More, it's not piney, but more generally bitter, almost soapy hops, sort of, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? No?
I'll bet this is as close to the original IPA as we could get in this country.
Well, maybe not in this country, but in this tasting, perhaps, maybe.
The reason why it's called India Pale Ale is that pale ales in Great Britain were very popular, and they shipped them in barrels to their troops in India in the 19th century. but it took months in hot temperatures,
Yeah.
and a lot of the beer spoiled. So they asked for pale ale to have extra hops added to it.
as a preservative.
And so they did that, and it made it. And so that's why it's called an India Pale Ale, because it has extra hops to preserve it.
And then people were like, hey, you know what? We actually like this.
That's right. But it was not all that hoppy, because English beers are not that hoppy to begin with.
Right.
But in this country, with 10,000 versions of them, there's going to be some that are pretty hoppy.
Yeah, we did. The American craft beer scene did what it does and takes everything to the limit. Pushes all the boundaries and discovers interesting things along the way, and that's how we've ended up where we're at today.
If this weren't the first one, I'd ask for more of it so that we could continue to taste it. But I think we're going to have to move on.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to give this one about a 73, I think.
Okay.
Because I really like hoppier ones than this, but this is pretty good.
This doesn't have anything off-putting at all to me.
No metallic taste or anything.
So, I'm going to give it a 75.
Okay, there we go. All right, number 2, darker
Yes.
body, yes.
Yeah, we might be in for a little bit bigger flavor here.
Well, not much of a nose.
It smells bigger. A little, almost soy saucy. Grain forward in the nose.
Oh yeah, it's got a heavier body. It's a bigger malty body to it. It's really not very hoppy.
It's big. It's definitely an Imperial IPA, I believe. As big as it is, I'm not picking up on a ton of complexity or anything. Overall, it's not my favorite flavor.
Well, it's not even. I really like some hops, and I can't taste it.
Where are
the hops in this?
Yeah, where are the hops? I feel like I'm just drinking a big beer. That's a lot of malt.
Yeah, they should have added more hops to this to compensate for the sweetness of the
Right.
body.
Yeah, it doesn't taste very balanced to me, and it's not a flavor I don't think that I would come back to again and again. So I think I'm sitting on a score right around 70.
Are you reading my mind?
Is that what you were thinking?
7-0.
7-0. Yeah, we're right at about 70 on this one. Okay.
Number 3.
All right, number 3. This one's a little bit cloudier than the others.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, nose. Okay. There's some dank hops on the
Oh
nose.
yeah, this got some interesting
Got a
stuff.
little bit of marijuana smell properties to it. It's definitely a lighter, pinier, weed-like ester nose.
From Colorado, where it's legal.
Maybe. Did something get in this vat?
I don't know, but it's very interesting.
Oh, okay.
Still not a lot of hops at the end of it.
Way different than the other two.
Oh yeah.
No, the hops are in there, and this has the most bitter finish, I think. Ooh, interesting. I'm digging it. It makes me think, just to make a fool of myself, it makes me think this may be the Voodoo Ranger. It seems like it's got that feel to what they're going for. I dig it.
I don't know. It's not
like
my
it.
favorite. I'm going to give it.
I could drink a good bit of this. Me personally, it's not your favorite because you want the hops.
I want some hops.
You're here for some hops.
It's IPA.
Somebody,
I want some hops.
somebody, give this man some hops. I think I'm right around. Oh my! What was that?
Hops.
Baby in the high chair,
Yeah,
like
I'm
wanting the
hopping.
next thing. Oh, okay, you're hopping. My score on this one. It's tasty. I'm gonna go 90.
I wouldn't do that. I'm going to go about 78, something like that. On to the 4th inning.
Number 4. Nothing on the nose here. I can't smell it.
Okay, it's certainly an IPA. I can taste the pretty strong, but not overpowering, hop finish in this.
In the finish. It's in the finish. Don't like the palate of the flavor so much on this one.
There's a little bit of hops in the palate, in the body of it.
I would describe the flavor as a little more just slightly earthy, and I want to say a little dusty tasting.
The hop part of it floats around in the finish and in the top part of the main body of it. You know.
Yeah.
It's hoppy.
It has a hoppy finish. I'll give it that. Until that, yeah, and the finish lingers.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna give it an 80. I think.
An 80.
Yeah, I kind of like this one.
It's pretty well made. There's not a whole lot to it, and it's not my favorite flavor profile. It's not very interesting to me. I think I would go like 78.
On to number 5.
Number 5.
Oh, a nice nose.
Oh, yeah, okay, I smell the hops on the nose.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, they're there. This smells like a clean IPA here.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate, the hops get you. Maybe some dry hop in there.
Dry hop, yeah. It's a very nice body. The malt is not overpowering.
I'm tasting the hops all the way through.
This is a nice one. This is a good one. This is a good one. Yeah.
It is a good one.
I taste no off taste, no metallic or anything in this.
No off taste at all. The flavor carries through. It has quite a finish, and it's a lingering bitterness, but mild. You know, I mean, like It doesn't overtake. It doesn't turn. It's not cloying or anything like that. This is a really well-made beer.
and the body is light enough that you could drink more than one of these things.
Yeah, but boy, my goodness, that bitterness keeps on going.
Well, I would ask for more if I could, but I'm finished with this, so that
says everything you need to know.
I like that. I'm going to give it a 90. You know, that's there's room for improvement there, but that's pretty good.
I'm giving this a 93.
All right, into the 6th inning.
The 6th. Here we go.
Kind of a dark smell.
Nope. Not what I like.
Nice body. The hoppiness
doesn't taste very fresh. Maybe this can or bottle is not the freshest of them. We'll investigate after this is over and see. It's fine. It has a lighter body, despite the color being slightly on the, a little bit more darker side. This one's not doing it for me.
Well, I'm just surprised that none of the ones we've had so far have been hot off the shelf.
Now, this one does have quite a hoppy finish. I'll say that. The hoppy finish is lingering, and it's lasting. I think pay attention to the finish there, because it does deliver there. But the core beer flavor is just not to my preference.
It's kind of sweet, it's kind of a sweet thing.
Mild, sweet, dark, nothing pops. It doesn't sing and zing.
Well, it doesn't have any crazy things like marijuana.
It doesn't, no marijuana, unfortunately. I'll give it a 68.
Well, I liked it a little bit better than some of the other ones, so I'm going to give it a 74,
Okay. And this seems like a good time for a palate cleanse.
All right.
We're going to chew an almonds here. Yeah. Gotta keep this damn bag open.
Okay, on to number 7.
On to number 7. Oh, welcome, Joe. Oh, okay. Nice nose. That's bright.
Yeah.
Yeah. That says good morning right there. I mean, no, well, that makes me sound like an alcoholic. You know what I mean.
Oh, it's got a really nice body. The hops are very mild and not very bitter at all. At least in the first few tastes.
Oh, man. Wow. This is nice. This is nice. Wow. No lingering hops at all. Hops are all up front and a fruity citrus.
Try it again and just wait for the finish. There's some hops there.
Okay. There's a little bit there.
Yeah.
But this is not an old school IPA. This is a new school IPA in that the hops are adding a lot of fruitiness. A lot of very pleasant smell. I mean, this tastes honestly a lot like a tropical IPA Or like, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked if this were hazy, but it's not. It is so drinkable and pleasant and delicious. I think this is probably the most interesting beer we've had so far in terms of just variety in the flavor.
Yeah, I like it. I'm going to give it about an 81, I think.
I don't look for quite the same things as you do. I don't want a lot of hot punch. So for me, I'm going to give this another 93.
All right, on to number 8.
Number 8. Another big boy here, I think, based on color. Not much on the nose. Let me give it a swirl here. Maybe I'll smell a little more.
It's a taste I've
A lot of malts.
There's hops all over the place in this.
And a nice pleasant flavor.
Yeah, the hops is just sitting on top of the malt.
Yeah.
That's what you
It's
get.
well balanced though. This
I'm
is a
gonna
good
give this
one.
about an 86.
I might be right in that same territory. Might not be exactly what I want to drink at any given time. It's very well made. And it's really well balanced for as big as it is. And if you want hops, you got them on the finish. They'll leave you with the impression of hops. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I'll give it an 88.
Are you ready to move into the 9th inning?
Here we go, the 9th inning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, this is a nice one.
Oh, I like this.
This has your hops in it, that's for sure. Right there at the end, most definitely. Lighter body, cleaner flavor. It's got
like
some citrus in it.
Yeah. Yeah, the malt is right there. Right
A lot
there.
easier to drink.
Oh, yeah. It's a
But
lot,
the
yeah.
hops are present at the end for sure.
Oh, yeah. So it's, complex.
It
If I'm
is
going
just-
to drink 3 of these things, I would drink this one.
It's lasting. It is sticking with me.
I'm going to give this about an 89, I think. 89. I think there's room for improvement here.
I think it's really good. I'm gonna give it the same thing, 89.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 89.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. On to, we're in
Extra
extra
inning.
innings.
Okay,
My
there we go.
favorite. I love extra innings.
Okay.
I get a little bit of hops and malt. It's a little hazy and slightly darker.
A little sweeter than the last one. And there's some hops on the top of the taste and in the finish.
Oh, yeah. Definitely more hop forward. For some reason, a little bit of like nutty quality to me. Interesting.
Almonds, maybe?
It could have been the almonds that we ate, but that was a little while ago. That's interesting. So it doesn't have this hoppy finish like some of the others do. It's like a big hoppy middle of the taste. Like
Yeah,
a
the
big
the finish
hoppy
is sort
palate.
of just plods on. And
I kind of like that because, like, how long do I really want to taste? Do I want to taste hops 2 minutes after a sip? Maybe not.
20, 30 minutes, that's probably what I would taste. Whatever.
Now, that would be a health problem. Like, that's a health concern. If you taste hops 20 or 30 minutes after a sip, something's wrong.
That's pretty nice. But
It doesn't have a lot of flavors that I love to it. It's got
there's nothing bad in that.
orange, maybe. Orange. Our rating's on number 10. How are you feeling about this one?
I think about 75, I think, something like that. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Nothing special.
you know.
Not doing it for me. Very average. I'm saying 75 as well. Yeah. That sounds good. Good call. Here we go. The last one. Not too much on the nose.
I don't even bother with the nose. Body is nice,
Ooh, light body.
and
It's a little hazier.
yeah, it is.
It's an easy drinker. Not much hops on the finish. Boy, there's just not much to this one. It's pretty mild. I mean, this sucker is mild. Well made. I like the flavor. There's just not as much of it as some of the others. And it definitely doesn't... Oh, there's a little bit of hops there on the finish.
Yeah, I'm going to give this one about an 85.
So yeah, you give this about an 85. I think I'm at about an 80 with this. And I think what we found, like, yeah, these are available everywhere.
Yeah.
And some of them are pretty nice, but especially for IPAs, if you can go to some of your local breweries, like we have a number of them that produce stuff that I think bests a lot of these. So Ellen, let's reveal the ranking of these beers. We're going to start at the lowest score and go to the highest.
All right, so with a score of 140, Dogfish had 90 minutes.
This was our worst?
Yep, 140. You each gave it a 70.
Okay,
Oh,
Dogfish Head.
You
wow.
said it had a heavier body. It was big. You thought it was an
Wow.
Imperial, but
Damn.
you couldn't detect the hops.
It's just all malt. Wow. I think that's a far cry from what it used to be. Yeah, that's a legacy
Really?
beer. Wow. Okay, well,
Okay, that's the lowest.
that's disappointing.
Yep. Okay, and then just above it with 142.
Lagunitas ranked second to last. Which number was this?
That was.
You're breaking my heart.
That was number 6. You said it was dark and earthy. You didn't think it was fresh, so that
Oh,
might have something.
Yes. Let's look at the date here. I don't know if this is a born on date or a Best By date, but it says 11/1/23. If it's a born on date, it's at least at this point 7 months old. Yeah, I was right. This is a fault of not being fresh.
Okay.
So I would expect more from a fresher can of that.
I'm drinking.
And for the hell of it, why don't I look at this? Well, August 2024.
Yeah.
Sorry, 90 minute. Damn.
Coming in with 148, Voodoo Ranger.
Wow.
And
Okay.
that was number 1.
Number 1. Wow.
You swore was
Holy
the
shit. How can that be possible? It's 9% alcohol.
You thought it was smooth. It had a mild nose. It was not very
What the?
healthy.
Are you sure you poured the right one?
I am.
What the hell? These results are shocking, to be honest. These results are shocking to me.
Okay, and coming in at 150.
Okay, loose
Loose
cannon.
which was number 10.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
And a score of 158.
Wow, immensely strong showing
You know
for
what this-
all-day IPA. Wow, 4.7%. It's half the strength of many of these. I thought that was going to get crushed.
Next up,
Mm-hmm.
with a score of 165, your highlight.
Okay, nice highlight.
That was number 11. That was the
Well
last
done,
one we
my
tasted.
dudes. Good job.
Okay. And after that, with a
Yep.
score of 168, Wild Range.
Wow, Wild Range out there with some of those
That was number
funky
3.
flavors. Dank hops.
Oh,
Super dank.
wow, that's the one.
That's the
Okay.
weed beer. Yeah.
Okay.
Piney,
That is not what I
bitter
expected
finish.
from an Aldi nationwide beer.
You had 2 beers that tied with 174,
Oh shit.
Tied.
Wow, that's a surprise.
and they were the Torpedo,
Okay.
0 out of Torpedo
Wow.
IPA, and Hopsecution.
Haha. Yeah, both good. Wow. Good job with Atomic Torpedo, Sierra Nevada.
Okay.
Good job.
At 178.
This, like I said, was a classic. Yeah, good job, man. Two Hearted is still kicking ass.
With a score of 183.
Our winner
Comfort's
was
Tropicalia.
Tropicalia. What number was Tropicalia?
Number 5.
I told you, Tropicalia rules Atlanta. You know, Hopsecutioner and Tropicalia, good jobs. And Bell's Two Hearted, fantastic. Like, all the claps for maintaining that quality. You are still hanging in there with the best. So thanks so much for joining us on this journey. It has been a lot of fun and very enlightening / heartbreaking. So great suggestion. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. And until then, cheers.
He hasn't
But-
scored yet.
He hasn't scored. Well, I know. Well, he scored at least twice. I know that.
Oh, yeah. So bad.
Anyway.